Payman is Australia's voice, Senator for Western Australia, proudly representing her home state with bold, fearless advocacy. Inspired by her father's journey as a refugee, she brings the values of hard work, perseverance and justice to Parliament. She's the country's youngest politician and she's committed to holding the government accountable and ensuring the voices of everyday Western Australians are heard. She started the new party Australia's Voice to break the Labor and Liberal duopoly and running Senate candidates around the country, including Michelle McDonald here in Queensland. Please make her welcome.
Thank you, Rima. But can I say, thank you to all. Thank you for showing up on this day, a day where we commemorate peace, but also renew our intention for resilience. I too acknowledge the Yagara and Turrbal elders and knowledge holders who have paved the way for those here today, for those following proudly in their footsteps, and those yet to come as owners and custodians of country. Sovereignty has never been ceded, it always was and always will be Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander lands. And if I may, I'm just going to move these because I'm a short girl and I feel like this is really blocking me.
Yeah, woohoo!
Sorry. Thank you. Wonderful. I get to see you and you have absolute access to me. From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
free, free Palestine,
Free, free Palestine!
free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
I start with that and I know that's gotten me in trouble before, but it's a reminder that an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that was Martin Luther King Jr., who's reminded us time and time again that we do not turn a blind eye to an injustice. Australia, a democracy, a first world nation that should welcome refugees, that is built on migrants, should be a peace-loving nation that welcomes all, that accepts all, regardless of where you come from, what you identify as, where you were born, what faith you believe in. We are all Australian and we all deserve to be seen and heard.
Yes!
The Labor Party has disappointed us all. When they decided to put politics over principles, profits over people, I refused to toe the line. I refused to stay silent. I refused to accept the excuse that my hands are tied, my lips are sealed, because it's not. We need to call it for what it is, and what's taking place is a genocide, and we need to call it out. Our government is still fence-sitting 16 months on.
Shame!
They are fence-sitting despite everything we've seen. And when I was still in the Labor Party and I begged and begged and begged, when Zoe Frankham, our own Australian aid worker, was killed, I said, you know what, this should be the turning point. This has got to be the turning point. But they told me the community will forgive and forget. Will you forgive and forget?
No!
Will you forgive and forget?
No!
3rd of May is your opportunity. It's your opportunity to take back that power. The two major parties think they've fooled us for far too long. They think that you're stupid and that you don't understand our political system. The more disengaged you are, the more they thrive. The more shady deals they make. The more holes they dig for us. But we as the people have the power. We have the courage. You have been the conscience of our nation. You, as the brave freedom fighters here, showing up to these rallies, showing up to the protests, week in, week out, speaking out in your workplaces, showing the courage that our politicians haven't been able to show, and it's a shame. But I implore you, please utilize your vote on 3rd of May to vote for justice, to vote for peace, and to vote for a better government that has the conscience, that's pushed to have a better conscience. Because your rallies, your emails clearly did not shift the dial. But what will shift the dial is electoral loss. We know that. Because now we see the Labor Party lie through their teeth as they go knocking on doors with their checkbooks out, begging for your votes, begging for you to give them another chance. Not that Peter Dutton's any better, for God's sake, he wants to bring in a war criminal and welcome him with open arms. But when you've got the two sides of the same coin, that's where we, as minor parties and independents, come into play. Where we've got to say, enough is enough, not on our watch. We need to draw the line. And that's why I'm proud to have introduced the Genocide Red Lines Bill alongside Senator Lydia Thorpe to say no to trade deals with genocidal states, to say no to genocides anymore, to demand for transparency, to make sure your taxpayer dollars isn't funding a genocide overseas. So as we begin the early voting period that starts on 22nd of April, please go into the booths, and make sure that when you are voting, remember, what kind of a future do you want for Australia? Where do you want our politicians to be prioritising their attention, their resources, and putting us first before the allies, the so-called allies like the US, who don't even know what AUKUS stands for? Thank you, Elliot. They don't understand when it's important to draw the line, when Israel keeps breaking deals and turning its back. This is where we need to step in and demand better from our government, because we deserve better. From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Keep strong, everyone. Thank you.